Hey everybody, Craig Cottle, Director of Nature Reliance School. When the conditions are like this and leaves are pulverized to dust that easily, only you can prevent forest fires, and I'm going to give you 2 ideas on how to help you do that. So the reason I'm making this video was because as I speak, there's 400 acres burning in the Red River Gorge. And there's some things that we can do in the backcountry that'll keep those forest fires from happening. Number 1 is when you go hiking and backpacking and you stay in the backcountry, cold camp. Don't build a fire at all. If you want to fix your food, then take a backpacker stove or something of that nature. If you really like Ranger TV and looking at a fire at night, then take a lantern and put it in the center of everybody. Just do something where you don't have to build a fire. Number 2, and this is the most important when you're building a fire, is when you leave, you've got to put that fire out. Let me tell you some things that people think puts a fire out that don't work. First off is banking a fire. Banking a fire is where you basically extinguish the flames and then you just cover up what is left with some stones or maybe even some big logs. I've seen that happen before too. That is not putting a fire out. Again, that's called banking. What happens is that continues to smolder and can catch flame again, or it may catch the material that's underneath the soil on fire like a root system or something like that and carry the fire out into the forest. That is an absolute no-no. To put a fire out, you're going to need 2 things. You're going to need some soil and you're going to need some water. So whenever you're building a fire, make sure that you have plenty of water on hand to be able to extinguish the fire. Once you do that, you need to hold your hand over the fire, make sure you're not feeling any heat and you're not seeing any steam, nor are you seeing any smoke at all coming off that fire. Because if you are seeing those things, there is a very good possibility that it could catch again. So normally what I do is I extinguish my fire. I'll sit around and wait, pack everything up after I've extinguished my fire, make sure it's completely and totally out, as well as I'll put my hand over it. If it feels cool, I'll actually dig down into the fire pit with a stick to make sure there's nothing underneath what I've mixed up that still is going to put off steam or is going to put off some sort of smoke. In essence, you could actually put those materials in your hand and it will not burn your hand. So with that said, I hope this helps. I don't like seeing forest fires. They're so easily preventable. Again, code camp is the best way to not create a forest fire. But as always, come on, join in. Let's learn together.